Who would expect it that Khadzimurat Zoloev, one of the best inside pullers in arm wrestling history, would not go in a hook with Todd Hutchings, but try to top roll him? I did, and most likely you did, if you're paying attention to what Khaji is doing right now and in the past few years. Todd Hutchings versus Khadzimurat Zoloev. What did we learn? If you look back at every prediction video, every live stream, every show I did, I said that Khaji's gonna top roll him. Even talking with Khaji 20 minutes before the match, from him I understand that he will check the water with the top roll and see where that goes. If that lands, he will try it again. If it doesn't work, he'll do something else. And it did, it worked. Khaji get job done. For us, we wanted to see an inside battle. I wanted to see real war. I wanted these guys just go at it inside. But they wanted to win. Khaji wanted to win. And he won by being better in position where Todd isn't at his best. So that's one of the things in arm wrestling. You can always go in someone's strength. But if you're smart enough, crafty enough, and capable enough, you will derail them and go where they're not that strong. And maybe you are better. So this was just a classic variation of that. So that's the one thing I learned. Khaji is extremely complete arm wrestler. Back in the day, he was just known for his inside, and that's it. There was really no other thing that you can expect from him. Last few years, we see evolution. Him trying top roll more, actually top rolling more, and being very, very successful at that. And I'm very excited to see what he does next, where he pulls. I think it's Worlds or Europeans, because he's very complete, and most of the time with his right arm, there is no competition for him. Other thing we learned is that Todd Hutchings is still the man inside, still the man in the hook. Yeah, that's the thing. I wanted to see it for 5 rounds. We get at least 1 round, which was awesome. We talked with Khaji about the 5th round, and he said he missed the start a little bit because he wanted to go inside and he got a little bit out of position. And you can see it right here in this video that Todd, basically Khaji is under and Todd is over. And he said, even though maybe I have gotten better position, he still feels that Todd's hook was way better than his was at this time. But at least we saw this. These two men have maybe the best side pressure on the planet, and it was really awesome to see them just try it out. Where some fans were not satisfied and really didn't understand what's happening were the first 2 rounds. I think maybe round 4 too, we'll check it out. But as soon as the match started, they didn't understand why they gave victory to Khadzimurat Zoloev. So if the hand is most of the times closer than 2/3 from center position to the pad, so right here, somewhere here, and you slip and you kind of do it intentionally, you're under, your hand gets open, you're not really climbing, not getting the center, anything, that's kind of losing position in arm wrestling. So this is why they didn't give it straps. Classic WF rules, you can check them out. Most of the competitions in the world do it like this. Sometimes in super matches they will say, well, whenever there's a slip and it's not too close to the, to the pin pad, we'll do a strap or something. But let's take a look at this one more time and you will see it. It was so, yeah, it was, let's take speed. You can see it right here, how low the hand went. So this was a pin, it maybe escaped right when Khaji's hand went under the pad, but it was the pin. Let's take a look at round number 2. So same thing, good top roll. Todd is holding on, gets the hand open, good drive, and right here So from this position, you can see how low the hand is, and if it breaks from the bottom, that's a pin. And it kind of went to the pad the second round too. From where I was sitting, the second round was looking kind of sketchy to me, but looking back at the tapes, I'm like, yeah, that was a pin. Round 3 was one that kind of surprised Haji, because he didn't think that someone can be that strong in that position. Todd was just holding on for his dear life, and he was so strong, and you cannot pin him. That's kind of frustrating feeling. And another thing the fans kind of pointed out was what happened here. So if you look at this, Haji is gonna do intentional foul. And it was like, what happened here? So these were WF rule sets. There was no running foul system, so you can rearrange. So every rule set will give you advantages and disadvantages, however use them. So a lot of people know about buff rules and how they are implemented, and they, you can take advantage. Both of these guys can take advantage of it. So round number 4. Round number 3 goes to Todd Hutchings. Haji didn't waste too much energy, but here you can clearly see that the hand went all the way to the pad. If you're watching this video on a live stream or on a camera recording, and it happens like this fast, sometimes like, no, it didn't touch, we didn't see it. So, or it was way too high, they needed to put on a strap. In my opinion, and you can argue however you want, I think all the 3 wins by Haji, round 1, 2, and 4, were completely legit. Of course, we wanted to see a war. And I was so hoping for it. Like, none of the rounds get the strap applied. We talked with Todd, and everyone's like, Todd, you needed to slip. He's like, I was slipping. And the funny thing, he's telling us this. He takes Tony Kitausi's hand, and he's like, I was doing this, and Tony's not even holding on to him, and he's not slipping out. So I think the problem with Todd is he's too strong, and he needs the strap. In a strap, I think he would had much better chances from round 1, 2 up to 5. I think Todd Hutchings in a strap, in a hook, is the stronger arm wrestler, at least with this version of Haji that he faced, because I didn't think Haji was at his best shape. But Haji won the match. He was better arm wrestler. He went where Todd is not strong and played it smart. So however we wanted to see it, results are results. The history has been written. We know how the match went. I think Todd needs to look at this and realize if he's facing side pressure oriented top rollers that can really bang to the side, not go back, he will have a lot of problems, especially on the level of pullers that he's facing. We can see it on many cases. When the guys have a lot of back pressure, that's no problem for Todd. When they have a lot of side pressure and the hand, kind of gives him problems. So I think Todd just needs to work on that slip. On a side note of all this, both of these guys are 2 of my favorites. Like, I did an interview with Todd Hutchings and I completely fanned out. And when I was waiting and just sitting and commenting, Zoloev went over, we talked for 20-30 minutes, and I was just like, I'm a fan. I'm a huge fan of both of these guys. They possess something that we don't see that much in the arm wrestling world. They are true living legends of our sport. And I don't feel like they're there yet, We'll see Todd Hutchings pull for many years, and Zoloev is still very young. So very excited to see what happens next. So this is what we learned. Stay strong and love arm wrestling.